Shacknews been part of my childhood life growing up. I remember Shacknews back when Scary was running the show, then the Scary Sugar Shack.
Shacknews is still around?
Shacknews is still around.
Okay, cool.
That's our slogan. An account on our forum.
Because I do think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
E3 is officially dead.
What have we done?
We killed E3, Justin.
Okay.
Do it for Shacknews, y'all. All right? Subscribe to Shacknews. Follow Shacknews. Be part of Shacknews. They made this happen, man. They took me from here to here.
Wow.
Now that we need it to work.
Zowie. Oh, there it is. We're live. I can see our beautiful faces.
Hello.
Hey. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh gosh golly, gee whiz. Z6! 2022! It's here. It's finally happening. Oh my god. Months of preparation. Months of practice. Just getting content all across the globe. And now we're ready to bring it to you. Hey everyone. Welcome. We are very, very honored and pleased to start the inaugural E6 stream with Star Trek Online because we are boldly going where no man has gone before, no person has gone before. And I couldn't think of anyone better to go there with than y'all.
Aww. Thanks.
I'm gonna toss things over to TJ Denzer as I cough up a lung post COVID here. TJ.
So yeah, we've had y'all on before. It's always been fun. We always talk and share and Star Trek goodness, the newest content in the game, and some sweet giveaways. And today is no different. We're talking about the latest content in Star Trek Online, and we are doing a giveaway for those of you who play the game. Today on our stream, we are going to be giving away codes for the Cross-Faction Strike Wing Escort Bundle. These codes will be on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox for a key of the winner's choice. And these keys will get you access to the Earhart Strike Wing Escort Tier 6 and the Sec Strike Wing Escort Tier 6.
Both of which are very pretty and fun shows.
And, last but not least, we have some guests here. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Fadum. Some of you might know me as Ambassador Kell, and I am the community manager for Star Trek Online.
I'm Nick DeGid. I'm an environment artist on Star Trek Online. I go by Tumor Boy or Taco Fangs or various other things. And I'm feeling like I should have brought my beard today. Sorry.
Yeah, what? Did you not get the beard memo?
No, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh yeah, we all grew these this morning. We just stared in the mirror and went.
Yeah, I mean it's that psychic bond that bearded boys have. you probably remember that feeling before shaving your beard off. But here we are. Yeah, so we're gonna take a look at some in-game content and do these giveaways, right?
Yeah,
sounds good.
Sounds like
Hell yeah! Let's get into it. Are you sitting on the Klingon High Council?
Yes, I am. Because I'm not sitting in my messy office. That's definitely not where I am.
No. No, my background isn't blurred out because my existence is a total wreck.
Doom piles of doom.
All right, let's see. So what do we got going on here? Are you on a Klingon vessel here?
I am. I'm on a Klingon character. I figured I'd play through with my my best character for you today, so you guys can see, some real flying.
That's fine, just like that, TJ. Albeit
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're trying, but holy cow, we're already getting new follows. This is exactly what we want. Who is your Chadich?
Well,
that's what Spanker Prime wants to know. Who your Chadich is?
Nick, I feel like a bad Star Trek fan. I know that's a word in Klingon, but I don't know what it means.
So like,
it's your like representative council. It's somebody,
that's right.
Trusted advisor. Picard served as Chadich for.
Oh
Worf.
yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. That's Nick today. Nick is my Chadich.
Oh man, always the Chadich, never the Cha, right? I don't know if that's a Klingon word or not, but
it's from the famous Klingon anthem, Cha Cha, real smooth.
there we go. All right, so what are we starting off with today? What are we going to be looking at?
Well, we've got this brand new we call them story updates that just dropped called Stormfall. And it follows up on the previous release we did. We've been diving into the Mirror Universe for a little bit now. And so in, I want to say September, we did our first episode with Chase Masterson as her evil counterpart, Mirror Admiral Lita. And there we go, that's a little nicer. I can see my ship now. And in January, we added Kate Mulgrew as Catherine Janeway to the game, both as her prime self and her mirror self. So those episodes, and then this episode, you're going to see performances from her, from Chase Masterson, and also from the returning Mary Wiseman, who you might know as Tilly on Star Trek Discovery, but right now is playing her Mirror Universe counterpart, Captain Killy, which is my favorite thing.
And they all got so into it.
They did. Oh man, they tear the house down. So yeah, let's go episodes. Just for those of you who are sort of new to the game, this is these are the newest episodes, but you can see we've got 12 years worth of Star Trek stories here. We've got some insane amount of episodes. It's more actually than some of the Star Trek series now. But yeah, the first one we're going to be doing here is this episode called Blue Shift. So we're let's see, we'll hail it. Oops. No, I can just transport to it. That's right.
Yep, you should be able to transport.
Yeah. So yeah. We had a previous run-in with the previous episode we played as our mirror counterpart, so the mirror version of the player, and led a daring and deeply evil raid on Jupiter Station. So now we are coming back as our prime self to deal with the problems that we left behind last episode.
Nice. Now, I'm just curious when these iconic Star Trek actors come in to record their parts. Are you there? Are you witnessing them in action?
Sometimes, not so much since COVID.
Yeah, some of them used to come to the office to record, which was really a lot of fun. But yeah, with COVID, everybody's recording from home and distant places.
Yeah.
And we're not even in the office anyways.
Yeah.
So if they were recording there, we still wouldn't see them.
But it was very cool when it used to happen. I have pictures of myself and J.G. Hertzler holding botleths, and I got to chat with him about fight choreography from the old Highlander series, which was great.
Nice. That's very cool. Man.
Yeah. Sorry, Stu in chat just said that we made the 2 episodes Red Shift and Blue Shift. The next 2 should have been 1 Shift and 2 Shift.
Nice.
Man, the Mirror Universe, the Mirror Universe stuff is hot right now.
It is.
My
It is.
my Pavlovian response, Mike, I saw the press any key on your screen and I tried to click on it because I'm so used to having to click on that, and I was just like, oh, click. Nope.
I was still stuck on like back at the. I know this is your best character, but back at the login screen, I saw you have a character called Ham Sandwich, and that alone. I would
Ham Sandwich. Ham Sandwich is a whole story.
Ham Sandwich is a whole story. I created her on my weekly live stream, 10-4 weekly, what we do on Wednesdays for the game, and we let the fans pick everything about her: how she looks, her name, her race, everything. She is she's special looking.
So Ham Sandwich is a community project.
Ham Sandwich is a community project. I believe her ship is called and these are all, of course, with like, apostrophes to make them space words. But it's things like, pork rind and hot dog is one of her Gorn friends, I think.
Nice.
All right.
See.
So we've. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, we have a question. The Jazz Network is wondering how everyone is finding Strange New Worlds.
I just started watching it last night, and it's so good.
It's so good. It is so good.
Oh my god.
I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Oh, it's fabulous.
It's really good.
I
I don't want to get into spoilers, but because I don't want to talk about anything specific, but it is really, really solid.
I spent the first 2 episodes going, oh, that's my new favorite character. Oh, that's my new favorite character. Oh, that's my new favorite character.
Then Captain Wallace just wanted to thank you, Nick, for your new interiors that they think are absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I'm glad that people like them. You know, this is kind of the nature of art, but we make something and we put it out there, and we hope that it's going to get a positive reception. And so far, everybody's been really great about the new interior stuff. So it's been a little more blast to work on. So
sorry, to put a little more context on that, just so you guys know, Nick basically redesigned how our 2409 Federation ships look. 2409 is the era the game takes place in, and we had ship interiors that were probably 12 years old at this point.
Well, we have all sorts of interiors from all over the game that are various dates and made by various artists in different eras and all of that. This is just the latest of those interior kits. You'll see some of it later in this mission, and so we've basically spent the last year, I guess, working on this kit and adding to it as we do new episodes. We come up with new rooms that we need or new pieces that we can use, and it's just expanding the variety of stuff that we can make out of it. It's so that's been a lot of work, but it's also been really satisfying.
Yeah, you kind of were charged with redesigning entirely and making it consistent how the in-universe Star Trek stuff looked or Federation stuff looked.
We've had a lot of Federation interiors over the years, and we've kind of. I can't say when any of them came into existence because my memory is not good for that, but they're just kind of sporadic, and it's like, oh, we need a Fed interior kit. Which one is the currently the best looking kit? And that's what we use. But we wanted to set an actual standard and actually put some thought into things rather than just grabbing whatever we had on the shelf. And that's what we've been doing. I think it's been pretty successful. So
it's pretty awesome. How important would you say carpets were?
I don't want to get into that whole internet.
Oh, is that an internet debate? Oh,
do you not know about that?
I didn't know about that. No.
What were you asking about then? What?
I was just saying I loved that you put carpets in like the TNG style. It feels all homey and stuff. Was there? I didn't know there's an internet debate.
Oh man! Carpets. So when Picard season 2 came out, maybe is that when it started? When we saw the Stargazer interior, the hallways in the Stargazer didn't have carpets, and it spawned this whole online, debate about whether starships should have carpets or not, and people taking very hard lines on either side because that's what we do these days. And so then when I put carpets in, then that became a commentary, which it was never intended to be a commentary on anything. And we have actually done a mix, and I truly believe. Sorry, Shacknews. I'm sorry. This is just getting into a whole deep dive on carpets, but I think that I think there should be carpets in places, and I think there shouldn't be carpets in places. I think that it's a mixed use thing. There are advantages and disadvantages. There are reasons to put them in one place, and there's reasons you want hard floors in other places. And a lot of the debate is like, well, carpets, if you spill something on, you have to clean it. We're 400 years in the future. There's 400-year plus Scotch Guard on things, and then people on the other side saying, well, shiny floors mean you can slip on them. Well, no, that material technology has progressed. That's all.
Hold on. Are you saying you can't set phasers to steam clean?
No, that is exactly my point. There would be some little automated Roomba thing that is just really good at cleaning all of the carpets. It comes out at 0300 or something. I'm not too worried about it. So we do a lot of both, and you will see both here. Like here, you have hard floors. Once you get into the hallways, there'll be carpets again.
The Terran Empire wants you to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'm kind of shocked to have handrails.
I mean, this kind of leads me to another question, though. Like, you are sort of you are taking a lot of iconic design and sort of putting your own spin on it and making decisions like that. Like I imagine by now you're sort of used to it, but like when you found out, like, dude, you're gonna be designing like interiors of Star Trek ships and things like that, like, what was that like?
Like when I very first started on Star Trek Online, or just okay. I mean, it was good at the time. I'm a Star Trek fan. I was happy to be on the project. I came from working on Champions. If you've played Champions Online,
Great game.
And
incredibly talented and handsome.
So I was stoked to work on it. It was a very different team, a very different aesthetic at the time. We take a lot more time to make, in my opinion, much better assets these days. So what I'm making today, I am much prouder of than what I have made, yesteryear. That doesn't mean that I'm not proud of the things that we've done in the past. It's just, I think that we're doing a better job of a lot of those things today than we used to. We used to rush through things a little bit quickly.
10 years you've grown as an artist? That's
perhaps
shocking.
and we maybe have grown a bit as a team and have grown in our methodologies and all of that throughout. So we're creating much more crafted stories these days rather than kind of throwing missions together as quickly as we could. There was a point where we were trying to create a mission every like 2 weeks or something, and it was just you can't come up with anything really great in that time. And certainly that was before we started recording all of the actors and stuff too, which really helped to flesh out the world and make it feel great. But you have to have very custom missions for that to work. So,
well, let's see. We got, how many keys do we have to give away today, TJ?
We have 5 PlayStation, 5 Xbox, and 5 PC keys of the cross-faction Strike-Wing Escort. Oh, sorry. The cross-faction Strike-Wing Escort bundle. I did it.
We have a thing where we just seem to have to name ships as complicated as possible.
I mean, there's a lot of ships, and you got to be specific.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got like 800 ships or something, right?
Yeah,
so the
exactly.
problem is that when you, at some point, you have to start coming together with, random words. You need a password generator just to come up with ships.
All right, so I think it's time we do our first giveaway. And you guys know I love to do stupid trivia, like Star Trek trivia. When we do this, I'm gonna start it off real easy. I'm gonna softball, or like I'm gonna tee it up. This one's really easy, folks. First person in the chat to get it, you're gonna hook up with our community manager Denny Von Doom, and we're gonna make sure you get you're the prize that you want for the console. This one's super easy. I think someone's gonna get it right away. All right, all I want to know is, on Deep Space Nine, there's a character named Quark. Quark is a member, or he is from a certain alien race. All you have to do is name that alien race,
I have a feeling when you said certain, they started typing.
There we go. The Jazz Network. Bam! Right off the bat. Knew it.
Nick, I like your answer.
No, he is a Ferengi.
He's got the lobes.
And the Jazz Network. Congratulations! You are our first winner today. You were right there.
Good work,
Right
Jazz
on
Network.
time. All right.
Given that you were asking about console codes earlier, I imagine you'll be taking a console code for that.
That would seem like a logical choice. Denny Von Doom, get them hooked up if you don't mind. Find out what they need, and we'll get them their new escort bundle. All right.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Just like that. So where are we at right now in the game?
So we are currently invading Terran Earth Space Dock, or Terran Space Dock?
Terran Space Dock.
Terran Space Dock, okay. And we trained for this in a previous task force operation. We're hacking into their systems to escape with valuable data because we're trying to find Ilea from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, who was the big twist at the end of the last episode. She was kidnapped by the Terrans. Yeah, spoilers. In our universe's Jupiter station. And so now we're trying to get her back to figure out why the Terran Emperor wants her, because she's apparently key to his new giant weapon, whatever that might be.
And this is the mirror universe version of Earth Space Dock, which is the kind of primary hub for the Federation in our game. And I built a lot of this this interior years ago. And then our newest environment artist, Gianna, is the one who converted it all into the mirror universe here. So lots of material swaps, colors, lighting, adding banners and details and things all over the place. So
putting
all
mirror
of this
ships in the
Yeah.
docking bay.
Yeah.
It's really cool, the work she did. Oops.
But it's fun going back and forth between, the Federation version and this version and seeing the little changes that were made to make it feel Terran.
Yeah. Oh no, you fell in battle.
I did. It never happens to me. It's so rare.
It is.
But as a Klingon,
Very
that's
good at
like
this game.
that's the best thing that can happen to you as a Klingon, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So in a lot of ways, you're kind of completing your overarching goal right there.
Yeah.
I like how Spanker
I was doing
Prime in
better
chat
with
put
my
it.
sword than I was.
You're hacking into the Federation systems, but you're also hacking into their torsos with that sword.
Uh-huh. Star Trek. Star Trek all about melee combat and swords. That's why people play this game. It's not, but I'm a weirdo.
I mean, sci-fi and swords go together. Like, they just do. No matter what. No matter how far into the future you go.
Yeah.
Space
Everybody ought to have a sword. This character was originally designed as sort of like my original concept for him was Klingon space pirate, but now that the Kittimer Alliance exists, which is the which is the big combination alliance between the Federation, Klingons, Romulans, and the Dominion, he's accepted a commission and become a privateer, which is why they're all in that cool uniform now.
Commissar Aron asking when long-range melee combat will make it. When will we get a boxing glove launcher?
Don't know about that. This is the new interior kit, though. It's just This is the mirrorified version of it, which is darker and gold and black and red instead of white and blue and red.
And also these repeating symbols on the carpet to let you know that it's a truly evil place.
It's very Vegas. But
oh my god, it is the Rio.
Yeah, no, I mean, we did that kind of on purpose because we took a lot of. There hadn't been a lot of mirror episodes in Trek until Discovery, which did a whole season really on the mirror universe, and so we took a lot of cues from Discovery, and a couple of things that they did, they canonized the darkness, and they also used a lot of gold lighting specifically. And they used a lot of, really saturated colors and dark colors. And then also really kind of graphic patterns, almost Art Deco-y patterns in some of the details. So tried to incorporate all that for this.
you want to talk a little bit about the process? I mean, we're looking at the mirror version of the hallway, but this is kind of where the kit started, was designing this interior starship hallway. What was the process of putting all that together?
Yeah, the hallways. We started with the hallways because it's kind of the most ubiquitous thing. It's what you're going to see the most of. And it gives us a starting point for working on anything else. Once we have a style for the hallways, then we can work on everything else. This started with a bunch of hallway shape discussion, like just generally what shape should it be when you look down the hallway. You're kind of out of it now, but there's a kind of a slant in, or there's a little bit of a slant out and then a slant in and then a flat roof. But at the time we were trying a bunch of different shapes for just the profile of that space. And so Hector Ortiz drew a bunch of little black and white kind of thumbnails of various hallway shapes. And then I made a bunch of those in 3D, and we just ran through them to see which ones kind of felt better or worse. And this is the direction we ended up going. In the end, we ended up making a lot of very modular pieces. Sorry, I won't talk over all this. This is great.
It's all good. Let's see. I think it's time for another trivia giveaway. What do y'all think?
I was going to say, look what the cat dragged in. It's another code.
Well. All right, kids. This one's pretty easy. I think they're all pretty easy, honestly, if you're a Star Trek fan. Star Trek The Next Generation was the fifth Starship Enterprise. What class was the Enterprise NCC 1701-D? That's what I want to know. You can tell, first person to tell us what class ship the Enterprise was on The Next Generation.
You said, what, cool, and they started typing.
Yeah. Commissar Aron. Got it. It is a Galaxy class ship. And you are our next winner. Congratulations. You will get to choose what console you want your prize pack for.
That will be PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Commissar Aron, looks like
you can play our game on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. I can never remember the name.
All the Xbox Series.
Yeah.
The X, the S, the ones they haven't released yet. Probably. I mean, maybe that'll take a little bit of time to get there, but there you go. The Commissar Aron loves the Galaxy, especially the Galaxy X. There we go. Well, congratulations to you. We'll have a couple more questions throughout this. The Xbox Series Snickerdoodle, yes. It will work on the Series Snickerdoodle. Spanker.
That sounds more like an Apple release than a Xbox release.
It'll work on the Xbox Series Phenomenon.
I just want to point out that because I think it's important and fun, that Mike is currently fighting his mirror counterpart. So we part of an earlier episode, we created a copy of your own character that we have turned into the mirror version of you, and then you've played as that person and fought against them a couple of times now. So this is one of those fights.
It was a pretty incredible technical feat to put together, to have these characters, like the Inquisitor, who's your mirror counterpart, be like, have your face but a different costume, and be a character you could play as,
and give them a voice, which we don't normally do.
I think we may have asked this before, but if you already have a goatee, does your mirror self have an extra evil goatee, or is it just like non-goatee?
We did actually briefly consider giving everyone a goatee, and then I think it just looked too goofy on certain characters. Like Gorns with goatees just didn't look right.
I think it probably wouldn't even work on Gorns or odd shapes like that don't normally have beards. So
yeah,
I don't think we changed the face. I think we're just changing your costume and then adding the voice box so that we can talk.
See, I feel like
story we put in the game, because we realized, I guess early on, that your Inquisitor as a villain needs to be able to monologue. So we we gave them we wanted to give them a voice, but we didn't want to pick your character's voice for you. So we decided that Tilly cut their throat ages ago, and now you have a voice box that you talk through.
Oh, clever.
Yeah.
Clever. Yeah. I like that. That's a good good way to avoid like imposing a VO onto your own characters. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, let's see. Someone was saying, Axeman saying they like the way that the buff status effects and shields.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool effects in this game. The team has had 12 years of making new effects, so there's some really interesting stuff, and then there's some crazy over the top stuff. But it's a video game. That's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, video games should be crazy and over the top. Frankly, that's why we play them.
Yeah.
Man, what the hell was it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place.
You're good.
Okay, you're great.
I'm gonna.
One poor medic is the only Terran left alive as my entire team focuses on her.
This room was built by Scott Boyd, our lead environment artist, and what they've been fighting around in the very center there is Ilea on the bio bed.
Yeah,
and so once the fight is down, now you'll be able to transport her back out.
Well, while we go, we got to keep going with these codes, Blake. We got plenty to give away. Do you have more trivia?
Oh man, yeah. Let's see. Everybody knows Loxana Troy is Deanna Troy's mother, but does everyone know how to spell her first name?
I work on a Star Trek video game, and I do not. I've tried, and I fail every time.
All right. Well,
I've seen it written too many times. I got it.
Well, the first person to write Loxana Troy's first name properly is going to get a code right now.
I thought you were going to say, everyone knows Loxana Troy is Deanna Troy's mother. Who knows her father? And
I don't.
I'm like, what? I don't even know her father.
He's dead. Oh, Spanker Prime. Spanker Prime, quick on that Google. Quick on that Google search.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe you knew it from memory.
That gets you.
Okay,
Spanker, I know Spanker Prime, and I'm gonna call bullshit that he knows that.
I'm gonna I want to throw a question at our wonderful hosts here and see if they understood this reference, because this is one of my favorite things in this mission. The three hacker exocomps that follow along with you are named Zero Cool, Serial Killer, and I forgot what the third one's called. Nick, do you remember what the third one's called?
I don't remember offhand,
Okay.
but I know the references.
Do you understand that reference? Is going to be my question.
Yes, I do. That's from Hackers.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Is the other one named Gibson? Do you hack the Gibson?
It might be. I can't remember now.
It's another hacker name, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's. Yeah.
Oh, Spanker Prime is claiming that they had that one in their hat. Well, Spanker Prime, you just won yourself a prize pack.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Okay, Spanker Prime, you got one part of her title. Do you know the whole title? Now I'm just curious.
Yeah, Spanker Prime, for bonus points, just for bragging rights, can you give Loxana's whole title?
It's whose line is it anyway style points. They mean nothing.
Yeah. You get street cred. All right. Spelled Rick's wrong. But
Reeks.
So we're gonna let that one go. You can do it all. In the meantime, Queen Mar the Fox was wondering if the new Odyssey Bridge will become available for players.
Most likely, but when, we don't know. So when someone like Nick creates an amazing, wonderful bridge like he did for the tutorial and for these missions, that's one half of the process of getting it in players' hands as a playable bridge. The other half is getting a content designer time to hook it up to do all the things that a playable bridge is supposed to do, like access your buffs and allow you to do certain in-game tasks and things like that. And that takes a little while too. And the content designers are also hard at work in all of the missions that are coming up. So
We also have to make a ready room. Basically, every bridge hit that we've ever released for players has a ready room, which is where a lot of that interact happens. And we haven't built one for the Odyssey Bridge yet, or for either of the bridges, the Donny Bridge or the Odyssey Bridge. So there's work to do. We would like to do it. It's just a matter of finding time and making it a priority at some point. So.
Let's see. Should we just do a random giveaway, Denny? Should we just
do you want to see if Nick has a trivia question?
Oh, geez. I don't. I can come up with one offhand, but it's going to take me a minute.
You want me to throw one out?
Sure.
If you've got one ready, go for it.
In the new series, Strange New Worlds, I think in the very first episode, possibly in the second episode, we find out that the new chief of security has a history with a specific alien species from the Star Trek original series. What species is that?
Man, I'm wondering if I can't guess, because if I guess, it's gonna ruin it for everybody else. All right. Does anybody in the chat know the answer to this one? Oh, Spanker already knows. Commissioner Aron, is it
Kmar's got it. Kmar the Fox said it.
And that gets
Gorn.
you. Just a reminder, that gets you a cross-faction Strike Wing Escort bundle for PC, PlayStation, or Xbox. Your choice.
That's right. Let's see.
While I pop out a cloak and lay waste to all these fools.
Also, we could do a ticket giveaway as well, couldn't we, Denny? You're listening in there in chat.
I feel like if I came up with a trivia question, it would have to be something environment related, which basically no one would get.
Oh, I don't know, man. We got the Star Trek fans here. I'm constantly surprised by the things they know.
It's true.
So, I'm curious, when you guys are watching these series, are you getting ideas for the game as you're watching?
Oh, always. Yeah. There's no way not to. It's in our blood.
Yeah, our lead designer, Al Rivera, has a stated goal of getting everything from the shows of the game. Oh, yeah. This is fabulous.
Nice. That's good to know, because I was curious about that. I wasn't sure if that was something we could talk about or not. Trying to...
I mean, we can't talk about what we're planning to do, but we can certainly talk about the fact that we definitely watch things and get ideas about them all the time. And there are times where I look at something and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to make that, aren't I? Just because I know it's going to be a complicated something or other. And there's times where I just get really excited about it or hope that we get into something.
I think Strange New Worlds is a gimme. A lot of people have asked about Star Trek Prodigy, which is the Nickelodeon Star Trek show.
Yeah.
It is a fabulous show. We're still figuring out whether we are allowed to do that one, so hopefully more info on that soon.
We also just throw in little Easter eggs and things all over the place that are references to shows that are kind of throwaway, but we just like to to put little nods here and there. On the new interior kit that I've been making, the transporter backdrop isn't taken directly from Lower Decks, but it was referential to Lower Decks when I was making it, and we included Mariner's little graffiti in one of the brig cells as well. Awesome. Everything in that interior comes from someplace. Donnie at some point was saying that it was kind of like the greatest hits of Star Trek when I was building the warp core, because it's a combination of like the TNG warp core, the Voyager warp core, and the motion picture warp core, all taking little elements from here and there. So,
and what's kind of amazing about it is that you've taken all of those elements and managed to make something that looks extremely familiar but new nonetheless. Like you step on that into that warp core and you're like, oh, I'm in Star Trek, but it doesn't necessarily look like a copy of something that's come before, which I think is really cool.
That's high praise. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. So I gotta, I've got another trivia question. Like, I'm a big fan of a lot of the Worf story arcs from the the Next Generation. I'm a TNG fellow. To be honest about it. So
Sure.
I'm gonna ask one. Maybe people will get this pretty quick. Worf is the son of blank, and you've got to spell the name right.
I almost said it out loud, just like you were like, "Is the son of?" And my brain was like, "Oh, it's it." No,
Yeah, no,
don't say
it's autocomplete.
Yeah.
All right. Stu 1701 got it pretty quickly. Normally you should capitalize somebody's name. I'm gonna give it to you because you spelled it right though.
You can expect Stu to know how to type. I mean, he
can't even spell his own name.
He's got a top hat squeezing the blood out of his brain at all times. So.
I mean, the fact that he got Mog like right away though, like it's impressive.
Moog, sir, Moog.
Mog. Oh man, I thought it was pronounced. Oh well.
Worf, son of Moog. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. I got schooled there.
Okay,
No.
Is it really a Star Trek stream if we don't have at least one
That's right.
Actually somewhere? Well, it was fun. It was fun having you guys on all these streams. I guess this will.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on so I can push them up my nose.
Have you guys ever actually? It would be so much fun to play actually with like a group of the STO devs. I don't know if you guys have ever watched that game show. It's they take nerdy things and write a sentence about it, and like one thing in the sentence is wrong.
Oh, I like that.
It would be like it would be something like, Worf, son of Moog, of the house of Duras, and someone would have to jump in and immediately be like, actually he's from the house of Martok or Moog or whatever he is at that point in the story. It's a really fun show, and that would be really fun to play with. We should do that at the next summit.
Right. Yeah, well, here, we'll do another quick
House of Moogie.
House of Moogie.
All right. We'll do another one. What was the house that Worf feuded with? What was the house that framed his family and dishonored
I want to
them?
take a moment to talk about how cool it is that we get to, at the end of this mission, hang out with Janeway in her quarters on Voyager, looking at this beautiful view of Jupiter Station.
Mm-hmm.
Just fabulous.
And Nalzarian gets it with Duras right away.
I did say it a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Still, I think they would have gotten it though.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah. Just like that. So Stu 1701 and Nalzarian, you've got some prize packs coming in. Great, congratulations! And by the way, anything we don't give away during the stream, make sure that you're following us on social medias. Like us on Facebook for Shacknews there. At Shacknews on Twitter. Our community manager, Denny Von Doom, will make sure that all of these prize packs get to a loving home. If we don't give them away in the next 15 minutes. But we've still got some time. We got time to do a little more trivia. Check out some more gameplay. Oh my gosh, that character looks familiar.
Yep, that's Ilea, baby. I just want to take a moment to call out the amazing work that Weston, our animator, and Scott, who's sort of his manager and storyboard guy, put together on all of these cutscenes. Like, as soon as Weston started on our game, the cutscenes got 1,000 times better, but he's just been increasing in skill every time. It's amazing.
Yeah, the thing I really appreciate, this is an MMO that started back when there was still a lot of stigmas surrounding MMO games and things like that, and it stood the test of time and its progress, and that's like no small accomplishment, and especially today when there's so many like game options and there's so much new stuff coming out. Like, you guys have a very dedicated and rabid fan base, and it's definitely noteworthy.
Trek fans are the best, man, even when they aren't.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that, and I think a lot of it has to do with the message of Star Trek too.
Oh yeah.
There's so much philosophical rhetoric to so much of it. I mean, that's changed a little bit here and there over the years, but I feel like at its core, like, it's just all about social acceptance and learning about tolerance.
Yep.
It's always so funny to me. I guess funny is the wrong word, but it is. It's so funny to me when I run into a racist or sexist Star Trek fan, because it's just like, did you watch any episode of the show? Like,
when did Star Trek get woke?
Yeah.
1966.
Yeah. Episode 1.
Yeah, I love. I've heard that quote. Yeah, and it really is confounding. Yeah, I feel like they're just like, oh, hot alien chicks, things getting shot, and it's like, nah,
Are we running
dog.
the calling too? All right.
Oh yeah, are we?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to run another one?
Yeah,
Do we have time? Okay.
Mhm.
This is the following episode, the next episode. So these two episodes were
14
what
minutes.
were released back to back with the latest update.
Stormfall.
hmm
Yeah.
We might not make it all the way through, but that's fine because we'll end on a cliffhanger.
All right, that sounds good.
If you turn around, there's that transporter background that was taken at least in part from Lower Decks.
We'll just need Blake to like freeze the screen at the moment we need to stop and put up the to be continued ... question mark.
I don't know why I did the Power Rangers theme for that, but you know, hey, there it is.
It works. Power Rangers came from space, probably.
Well, they do have a season of Power Rangers that's basically Power Rangers TNG.
Let's see. Fragrance Free Vaseline says, "I'll sub right now if you ask Hale when Star Trek Online will be releasing the Tier 6 whale probe." I don't know that they ever will release a Tier 6 whale probe.
That is the correct answer. Bravo.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Fragrance Free Vaseline. We'll take that sub money.
When hell freezes over.
Well, there you go. True to
All right,
the word.
thanks
Thank you for the sub.
I appreciate you staying true to that word. Let's get hey, if we get another like sub going or get some bits, that's going to start a hype train. Don't be afraid to start a hype train, people.
Here's the actual Federation interiors, just so you can compare them to the earlier Mirror Universe. This is the same pieces. It's just a different lighting, different materials, but all the same parts. So
I prefer the red and gold.
You prefer the red and gold?
Yeah. And the carpet.
Yeah.
Hey, there's still carpet here. Look at this beautiful carpet.
It's just not
it's not
patterned.
hotel carpet.
Yeah. Here's another minor reference, but the backdrop behind Ilea, when she first shows up in the motion picture, she's in the sonic shower, which is this like fluorescent hot pink, and it's got this like blue hexagon pattern going over her. So the backdrop that we used here, this isn't isolation anymore. It was just some sort of holding cell or whatever. But I put in some hexagonal, pink back there to kind of reference the her original showing up in motion picture.
Nerd.
Yep. 8,000%.
It's hilarious and wonderful being on this team because they take, it's for really for most of the game's life, Star Trek Online was the thing telling multimedia Star Trek stories, and so a lot of people on our team really took that to heart and really take their responsibility to Star Trek canon seriously. And so, in addition to little references like that, you get a lot of. I've definitely heard Nick do this a few times before. Of, a story meeting will come up and someone will be like, "Well, we can't actually do that because in episode 27 of, Voyager, they said this." It's great. It's really fun.
We do a lot of actuallys on the team, not just to correct people, but to make sure that we're all following canon and on the right page and all that.
Yeah, there's a lot of canon. There is definitely a lot of.
There is a lot of canon.
Over 1 million movies and episodes of television.
Yeah, and we can't none of us can remember all of it, obviously, but also we all kind of have our specialties. So I'm an environment guy, so I notice environment things that a lot of other people don't. And Thomas, is into ships, and so he'll know a bunch of things about ships that other people don't. And so all of that blends together to have kind of one really solid knowledge base between at least a few of us on the team, if not all of us on the team.
Yeah. I've got another. All right, I got it. Oh, go ahead.
Person who just sauntered into the room is sorry, this is Ray Heat, who's played by Noah Averbach-Katz. Rin on Star Trek Discovery for several episodes, but he's also an avid streamer of Star Trek Online. You can go to twitch.tv/thetype1trekkie, and you can watch him stream a lot of Star Trek stuff, including our game. He's fabulous.
Nice.
Yeah. I've got another.
The plot that got dropped is that the Emperor is after the mirror version of V'ger from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which is an incredibly powerful alien who also happens to be a probe from Earth.
Probe, not a robot. Very, very specific designation. If you're a Venture Brothers fan, Spanker Prime, that reference is for you. All right, I got another trivia question for everybody. All right, we all know that Captain Picard loves to drink a certain type of beverage. So what I want to know is, what is the name of the episode where he lives an entire other life and learns how to play the flute?
Nicely done.
Well done.
You got Face Man at least.
Yeah, I got one of you.
I have that script signed at home.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the best episodes.
Yeah,
ever,
I met
man.
I mean, I don't think it's the original script, but I met the writer at a convention a long time ago, and he was selling them, and it's one of my favorite episodes.
Nice. All right.
There we go.
There it
Liz
is.
Giller got it. The episode is The Inner Light, but I'll accept Inner Light at this point. I'm willing to bend a little bit on this one for you, Wiz Giller. So congratulations. You got the name of it. I felt that was a good question.
That was very
Throw
well
them a
done.
little curveball. They were thinking, tea, Earl Grey hot. They already had it typed in, I bet. Definitely got Face Man with it.
Well done.
I'm so devious. I'm definitely the mirror universe version of myself, and I think that's why I have the facial hair.
Or the mirror
Honestly.
universe version of yourself is even worse.
That's true.
Oh my god, they've just gotten even longer beard,
Yeah.
and they're even more of a dick. Oh my god, that would be messed up.
I'm just going to point out, not everybody's a total dick in the mirror
True.
universe.
Ray's in the mirror universe, and he's
Right,
not a
and
dick.
and sometimes it's just a tweak on something. People often describe the mirror universe as being mirror. It has to be the opposite, but there's a lot of things that are just it just has to be a little bit off from what you know. We ran into that a lot with the environment of at least planning of things. Is like when we're in meetings and such, people are coming up with story ideas or whatever, and it's like, well, we're going way far into like flipping this entire thing on its head. It doesn't have to be completely different. In fact, we want it to be very similar in a lot of ways. It just needs to be a slight tweak to something a little different, instead of.
Well, because on the original series and DS9 and even on Enterprise, the mirror universe episodes were sort of an excuse to use the sets they already had.
Right.
Just
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be
I'll point
a little bit of what this is too. Can you talk a little bit about what's happened to Pavo here, Nick?
That's what I was just going to say. So this is another map that Gianna took on, and this is Pavo. And if you remember Pavo from Discovery, Pavo on Discovery was this lush blue forest planet, essentially, with this giant crystal spire that they used to communicate. And this is Mirror Pavo. And in the Mirror universe, it's not that this is this way naturally, but that the Terrans have messed this place up pretty significally for whatever reason. So
mind the ever-loving crap out of it.
Yeah, he was trying not to swear. So so it's now much more desolate. You'll see that like there still are trees, there still are plants, but they're missing all their leaves. Everything is turned into this kind of dust bowl situation. And so this was all Gianna's work to convert this. We already had a Pavo map from an earlier release where you went to Prime Pavo when it was all lush and blue, and Gianna took that and converted it into this, and I think she did a really fantastic job on this map. So,
and it's a fun reverse from a game.
See, you're breaking up.
I lost you there, Mike.
Yeah, we lost you. Uh-oh.
Are you still with us, Mike?
I think Mike's still with us.
He'll be here in a minute.
Just a
your
little
job is
choppy
to
chop.
stop the Terrans from doing exactly what I'm doing right now.
Sorry, Mike. Start that over again. We missed most of that.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
You were just Skyping out there for a minute.
As far as I know. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Hello, hello.
Mhm.
Yep. We
Okay,
can hear you.
can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a cool reverse. Oh, I'm on a delay. Okay, I'm gonna try and start again. It's a cool kind of a reverse of missions we've done before, because you're trying to stop the Terrans in previous missions from doing exactly what you're doing right now when you're playing as your Terran self.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
that's
We're
worth
getting a little bit.
pointing out that he's playing as the Inquisitor, which is the same character that he was fighting in the last mission. So this time he took over that role. So he's actually playing as if he's a mirror universe captain at the moment.
Nice. And let's see. We're getting close to the end of the hour, so I'm gonna ask one more question before we go, and then we're gonna start doing our goodbyes here, folks. We're got a lot more content coming up though. Like we've got another 7 hours worth of content lined up for everybody. So please make sure that you stick around. Give us a follow or a sub if you feel so inclined. Looks like we lost
Mike entirely.
Lost
now.
communications.
I lost all you guys, so I left and came back. I hope
Okay.
your window's too much.
It wasn't that bad. We're good. All right, last question. In the episode of the original series, The Savage Curtain, what president does Kirk and Spock team up with?
Who you can also team up with in Star Trek Online.
Tumor Boy, it's not James Garfield.
Damn.
We were close. All right. Full name, Zat Mash Thought. I'm sorry, I want the full name. Faceman gets it. Abraham Lincoln. It could have been another Lincoln. I needed the Abraham part.
Is there more than one President Lincoln that I want to work?
I don't know, but congratulations, Spaceman. You won a prize. And remember, kids, stick around. We got all sorts of more fun stuff coming up for you today. Please give us a follow or a sub if you feel so inclined. Definitely, if you didn't win, it was not Bill Pullman, but good choice.
Good pull, man.
I like that one. We got Harry Mack doing a concert later. We got a sauce talk panel with the one and only Chef Mike, who y'all may remember from the big Szechuan sauce craze that Rick and Morty caused a few years back.
Oh no.
We got Chef Mike in the house later today. We got all sorts of fun stuff. The Harry Mack concert's going to be live and mind-blowing. If you don't know who Harry Mack is, it's a freestyle rapper. You just give him some words and watch him go, and he'll blow your mind. And then, of course, follow us on Facebook. We're Shacknews. Like us on Twitter. Or follow us on Twitter. We're Shacknews there. Shacknews Media on Instagram. Denny will be giving away the rest of our codes on our social channels, so keep an eye out for that. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Where can folks find out more about Star Trek Online?
Thanks so much for having us.
A pleasure. Dude, anytime. You guys are always welcome back here. Whatever you want. Even if you correct me on my pronunciation of like Klingon names and stuff like that, I'm gonna let it slide.
You can find more about Star Trek Online by going to StarTrekOnline.com. We are a completely free to play game on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So everything you just saw today, you can do absolutely 100% for free. We're a continuation of the Star Trek universe. We've got something like close to 50 different Star Trek actors reprising their roles in the game. It's a wonderful, fun, beautiful story that you get to play through by yourself or with others. So visit StarTrekOnline.com and check us out.
Perfect.
Nick, you want to plug yourself?
Whoa, gross. I don't know what that means. I'm Nick. Hi.
Oh, okay.
All
I don't know if you wanted to put out your social media or anything.
Oh, sure. I'm at Tumerboy, TUMERBOY on Twitter. That's pretty much the only social interaction I have with players at this point. But yeah, come say hey.
Keep that healthy distance. It's good for everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm curious what the other 3 E's are before we go.
Oh man.
E6. What are the other 3?
Oh, there's so many E's. I can pull it up, but I'm afraid.
Extremely excellent electronic entertainment explosive experience.
There you go. And
it's not explore, expand, exterminate, and exploit.
Exploit? No. We try not to exploit ourselves here or other people. We're just here to have fun. And we're going to continue the party now. We've got a brand new game, Movie House, that we're going to show you a little interview for here. So, guys, thank you once again for being here. Everyone stick around. We got more awesome sauce coming throughout the day. Keep it right here, locked on the Shacknews Twitch. And, of course, go check out Star Trek Online. Free to play. Go do it today. Live long and prosper, kid.